What up, bumpkins? Welcome to episode 158 of Country-ish, and today's show is seriously sunny, soccery, all kinds of fun. It's going to be fun, basically, is what I'm saying. In best trends, more World Cup stuff. I got a poll for y'all. Check that out. The very funny good friend of mine is going to be in the studio. He's going to be sitting here. He's not zooming in. He's going to be sitting right here. The very funny Reno COLLIER is going to be on the show, and we're going to talk about some irrational national holidays. December 6th, there's a bunch of dumb ones out there. We're going to get into it, but first, let me tell you something. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitter right now, and I got two interns sitting over here fact-checking me, and normally they'd be checking your comments, but we're not live today. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to look at your comments later. See, technically, I'm in the air right now. So I'm flying to Los Angeles. We'll get into that later. But I'm going to look at the show. I'm going to be watching the show from the sky, a little sky-fi. I'm going to be watching you. So leave comments down here, okay? And these guys will, you guys will look at them later as well. We'll weigh in. So look, here they are. My man sitting right here. Let's go from left to right. This guy's a hero, okay? He's a veteran. I'm talking about intern Sergeant Mark Havin, 8 balls deep. And sitting next to him, you know what? I used to say that Elliot, I used to say intern Elliot, and then you were his intern. Mm-hmm. But I think the roles have been flipped. I want to say now that Ball, that's your intern. And I'm talking about intern Elliot. How you doing, buddy? You've been demoted. How do you feel right now?
I'm assuming that comes with a cut in pay.
Yeah, that's right. I'm cutting your pay in half.
Oh, man, I'm screwed.
You want to go from 0 to 0. Thanks for being here.
You're welcome.
Everybody okay?
Well, except for the fact that I found out just found out I got demoted.
What do you guys, today is, we're going to get into it, but today's National Coal Miners Day. Do you guys have any coal miners in your lives? Let me ask the people at home. How about you? Are there any coal miners out there watching us? Leave in the comments section. We'd like to salute you. Thank you. All that jazz. How about you guys?
Yes, sir. A lot on my mom's side of the family, my grandparents and their brothers and sisters. I actually lost a great uncle to black lung disease because of that.
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you.
Ball?
I've had a long history with Virginia, Southern Virginia. My grandfather actually had a coal mine while working with another one, and again, history of black lung. Damn. And then on my other family up in West Virginia, a lot of them are coal miners as well. So it runs deep. I
feel like Reno's got some connection to it too. He's from that area. And Isaiah. Doesn't Isaiah have coal miners in him?
Oh, yeah.
Remember he brought in his grandpa's coal miner's hat.
That's right. So there you go. A little salute to the Pinnells, if you will.
Yes, sir.
All righty. So we're going to get to your comments next week, and here's how you know I do it. I'm going to read comments right now from last week. Okay. Robert Yeary. He said, what is the best liquor to add to Sundrop? Hey, that's dealer's choice. I prefer Tito's. Tequila is good. Anything is good. It's whatever you like. Sundrop pairs well with anything. Robert Yeary also said, how can I be a guest on your show? Well, Robert, I'm glad you asked. I've got a Patreon support page, and we have different levels on the Patreon support page. Some people don't even know this. Because I really promote the After Dark, which, by the way, we're going to do on the, what did I say, Ball? When's the next one?
I believe it was the 20th.
Let's see here.
Yeah,
December the 20th.
December 20th, yes, sir.
We're going to do a Country-ish After Dark on the 20th. What is that? That's where we zoom you into the show, right? We play drinking games with you guys. We pop you up on the screen. It's a private show just for the Patreon support people.
So, perfect gift for Patreon. I mean, for Christmas.
And to be a part of the After Dark, you only have to join at the $5 level and up. But there are other levels. His question was, how do I be a guest on the show? The Alan Jackson, can you pull up our Patreon support page? Maybe now's a good time to show people what it looks like. because there are different levels. You know, the $5 level is the minimum. I think we call that cubic zirconia. Forgot what it's called. If you go to my website and just do it like a normal person would. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. $5 is the rhinestone level. Okay, that gets you in countryish after dark. But if you want to be really helpful and nice, you could do the Pewter Pro. That's $25 a month. And as you can see, there are different rewards, okay? $50 a month is the I can't go back. Executive Zirconia. I forgot I made these. These are hilarious. That's $50 and up. Then what's the highest one, the Alan J? We got one more. $100, that's the elite level, Platinum Elite. That is how you will be a guest on the show. It's that simple. You got $100, you want to be on this show? That's how you do it. That's how you do it, Robert Urey. Thanks for asking. Scott Reese. Holy crap! It's Pedro and Napoleon. Pedro. That's very confusing. It's Pedro and Napoleon Dynamite. They were talking about the image we pulled up on the cornhole story last week. They were leaving those comments, right? Wow. Okay. And then Eddie Weber, he goes, the real question for everyone, has the last maybe week or week and a half been weird for everyone? Like maybe we're all outside ourselves? Or am I just weird as hell here? I don't know. Have you guys been feeling weird the last couple of weeks?
I think he added some sort of supplement to his vape.
Is Eddie vaping?
Something.
What about you? Have you felt weird?
For the past couple
Anything
of years.
different going on?
I am weird, but I you know, so that's kind of like a
But
loaded
nothing
statement.
outside the normal weirdness?
No, sir.
Weird is relative, so everything about us.
I
is
was
weird.
actually, when I read this comment before we went live, I was trying to think, have I been off? I just feel like I'm fat right now. I'm just blaming that on the holidays.
Yeah, well, it's that time of year.
You know, a lot of Halloween candy still laying around, a lot of food, and I'm not working out as much as I used to. I need to get back into that. So I that's why I feel a little off, but I don't know what you're getting at, Eddie. Elaborate. Yes.
To quote George Costanza, what are you talking about? We look great.
Clap for yourself. That was good stuff. All right, we got a lot of show to do, and I cannot wait to introduce you to my guest tonight. Oh my gosh, he's so funny, and I love him to death. He's sitting right here. Everybody, the very funny Reno COLLIER. What's up, buddy?
Good morning, my friend.
Look at that, turn into it. Oh, there's a little bit of a delay.
It's so nice to be here in Myrtle Beach. It
Right,
feels
thank
different.
you.
know what I mean?
It's
It
nice
feels
outside.
different. It's beautiful.
Have you
can
checked
hear
out
the
our
ocean.
restaurants? We have a lot of good restaurants
I
here.
did. I went to the go-kart track. I've had a big day so far. It's been so
On the way out, if you don't mind hitting the gift shop.
Yeah.
Upstairs, we've got tons of tchotchkes and stuff. I want you to walk away with a nice Myrtle Beach souvenir.
I don't have a lot of time because I bought a hermit crab.
Okay.
And it's in my truck.
Right.
In a jar.
Yeah.
I get the laugh track on the hermit crab. How about that?
Look, if you don't know what we're talking about, let's get into that real quick.
Yeah.
I've been stuck in Myrtle Beach on Twitter because, well, I like Elon Musk. Everyone else is all pissed off about him. But, you know, he's cracking down on the bots. And so in order to do that, he just turned off the ability to switch your name. You can see my name. My name is, I got the @Jon Reep, but above it, it says Jon Reep in Myrtle Beach. I can't edit that anymore. So when people go to my page, I mean, this is day 16, 17. It looks like I'm still in Myrtle Beach. I wrote this one this morning. Day 16, stuck in Myrtle Beach. The divas have arrived. They're taking me to the Diva Royale restaurant. They say it's the ultimate drag dining brunch experience, and Myrtle Beach's #1 bachelorette party and gay bachelor party haven. Elon Musk, please, I just want to go home. Let me check. Now, here's what I've been doing. I didn't make all that crap up. I went to Myrtle Beach tourism page and all this crap.
Yeah.
They got a calendar, and I just find out what's going on that day. I just copied and pasted. All that is real. There is a real Diva Royale restaurant, and all that stuff is happening. And I just make it look like I'm trapped in the basement of the Gay Dolphin. But Elon Musk has not responded. I'm waiting for it.
He will.
Eventually, he'll get around to me. He'll notice I've got 23.1 thousand followers. He'll have to respond. Thanks for being here, man.
Dude, I love it.
What brings you to our fair city of we're actually in Hickory, North Carolina. What brings you to Hickory?
I'm
Besides
doing a corporate show for a construction company.
Nice.
It's, corporate and construction sound funny. Like when I tell you I'm doing a corporate show, it sounds like, oh, IBM, and I'm like, no, Frank's Garage. You know what I mean?
You got to wear the finest hard hats.
Yeah.
You know, you got to dress up.
Yeah, I don't get like the corporate shows for anything other than construction or
Yeah.
road builders of Kentucky or.
Same here. That's I do.
I'll take them. Those are the funnest ones.
Yeah.
I don't want to go perform for a bunch of idiots in suits that think they're better than me.
Corporate gigs, notoriously, you would agree, I think, are kind of stuffy and stiff, and we're out of the environment of a comedy club. We're usually at their place or a restaurant of their choosing.
Yeah.
Or, you know, it's not like our home turf. They kind of know each other. We're the outsider.
Right. And then they always think they're going to get fired. So they say, don't say this, don't say that. I did this one in Alabama about a month ago, and the lady gradually got drunker. It was supposed to start at 7.
Yeah.
And then I showed up and she was drinking, and then she got drunker and drunker and drunker. And before I went out at 9, she's like, say whatever you want. I don't care. So I did. But nobody else in the crowd was really ready for it. She goes, don't talk about like ethnicities or religion or, you know, whatever. And I'm like, well, that's pretty much all I talk about. I don't really have anything
what
if
am I
that's what we're
supposed
going to
to do now?
And I went out, and then she walked out and got me and goes, everything. She's like, everything I told him not to talk about, he talked about. I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm in trouble. I get off, I call Sandy. I'm like, oh, this was hilarious. I get an email. That was the greatest show. We wish you wouldn't have gotten off. It was fantastic. Because I'm not that dirty.
Yeah.
It's not like it was anything.
Right.
But it was, they hear a word and just, you know, somebody's going to.
You get nervous.
You know?
Yeah, and they start looking around the room at the boss.
Yeah.
Like, is he laughing?
Are we allowed to laugh?
And it's lit so everybody can see each other's faces.
Yeah, and then they have to be with each other the night, and one of them gets drunk, and you know they're gonna have a terrible time. You know what I mean? Like it.
Yeah, that happens a lot. It seems like in those environments where they'll say don't, because other comedians have ruined it for us.
Yeah,
where we're kind of like. We're not dirty. We're not really that hardcore politically. We just make fun of ourselves, and we just like to have a good time. But because we're a comedian, and what other comedians have done, they're so worried, you know, that we're going to go there.
Right.
Because that's what we do. We cross the line.
and plus everyone is so scared of anything. You know what I mean? Like if you say midget pickle, you know, it's like you know, you can't. Are they going to do that the whole time?
Sometimes. What do you think about it? What are your thoughts? Let them know, because sometimes I'm on the fence about it. Like that felt sarcastic to me.
That felt like he was just hadn't pushed the button in a minute. Was like, I'm going to go ahead and do it.
He can't wait. He's got a new toy. He's going to play with it.
Yeah. I think it's fun. It's just weird.
I love it. But yeah, midget pickle's funny.
Yeah, but I mean, like, just because the one word you're not supposed to say or anything anymore. Yeah. And everyone just waits for you to say something that they can pounce on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe you said that. I can't believe that's just outrageous. And then the other thing is in the corporate world, you tell someone not to do something, they don't do it. Mm-hmm. If you go to a comedian and say, hey, don't say this, it's like, okay, all right, I will. Right. And then your brain is battling throughout the show, like, did she tell me? I don't work for her. This isn't my, I do what I want to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're taking our freedom of speech. And by the end of it, you're like, you know what I mean?
Well, that's part of why we probably are comedians, is that we don't take direction very well.
Not at all.
It's like, I'm going to do what I want to do.
Yeah. I'm a comedian. My mom said to me, I kept getting fired from jobs when I was younger. And she goes, you need to find out what you love to do and figure out a way to make money at it. And I was like, I love drilling beers and I love telling my friends jokes. I'm going to be a comedian. She's like, that's not at all what I was talking about. But I was like,
yeah, it exists, Mom. I'm doing it.
I'm doing it.
My dad said the same thing to me. Find out what you're good at and find out a way to get paid for it. Yep. He didn't know this was a thing.
Right.
But yeah, that's interesting.
I think it's great advice.
I do too,
you know?
if you can find it.
Right.
You know, but I think it's great advice mostly. I think some people, maybe what you're good at is just
if
a
it's
regular
meth.
job.
Yeah. I'm really good at meth.
I'm really good at meth. Yeah.
And I want to figure out a way to make money at it. I need some
I
paint
gotta start
cans, a
selling meth
camper.
so I can do more meth. Yeah. Well, maybe not. But all right. So your gig is all right. Let me just. We're live, but we're not live. Today is December the 2nd. Your gig is tonight, right?
Yeah.
So you came into Hickory last night.
Yep.
And stayed, and then now you're going to drive to Charlotte, do the gig, and then are you just going back after the gig, or are you staying another
I think
night?
I'll spend the night. It's like 6.5.
Yeah.
It's at that weird kind of
Right.
3 o'clock in the morning isn't.
Well, as you can see, we have. You might be wondering what's up with the soda.
Well, you said there was an accident on 40, and I'm a little worried about taking a swig of it. I sat in traffic for 20 minutes. Now here's 3 yellow cups of stuff you can drink. You know?
Yeah, especially the Mellow Yellow 2-liter does look like a pee bottle you would have in your car.
That looks like when I worked construction. Like it was just sitting on the floor of an unfinished house.
Right.
You never touch the
Yeah.
Gatorade bottle or the Mellow Yellow bottle.
Oh, let me ask you that real quick. How many? I mean, we're road dogs. You have a bottle? Do you have something ready to go?
Dude, just had one. Had to throw it out. I had this pink. I used to work out. It's a breast cancer awareness thing.
Yeah, of course.
I got from you. Thank you, by the way. Happy
I
Thanksgiving.
was hoping you'd mention.
It was in there, and I was sitting in traffic for like 2 hours. It was an accident, and I was like going. So I just filled it up, and then I think throwing it out the window, I should have just gotten out and peed. It would have been better for the environment. But I was like, I'm not sitting. Leaving this in my truck. I'll forget and grab it. And,
Right.
Yeah.
So yours is a tumbler kind of a thing.
It used to be.
Or like a.
It was a workout thing.
But you can screw the lid off.
Yeah.
All right. So you have a lot of.
I didn't have to go through the.
I was going to say.
I had plenty of room in there too, man.
Right, because
I
you
was
can't.
waiting around.
Well, that's the thing with the small 16-ounce bottles. Most
The
of
top
them.
of that thing's huge.
Which one?
All of them?
Oh yeah, they're huge.
Aren't they big?
Well, even if I'm not saying for the whole penis to go inside of it, even to point the stream, right? Even if you're, let's just say you're from afar and you're trying to, it's still hard to do, difficult.
This was, I could take the top off and just get that like
You could just shotgun blast
straight
it,
up.
however you want to do it.
Because something like that, you end up, it goes everywhere, and it's on your pants, and
Yeah.
it's like.
That's why I recommend if you don't have a pink tumbler, you can get a Gatorade bottle. They're usually a little bit wider, like a wide mouth.
Yeah.
But those are hard to do. I recently had to do that in Florida. I was stuck. I was timing it out. I'm looking at the GPS. I had to pee for like the last 30 minutes. But I'm like, I don't want to pee now. I'm this close to getting there. And so I'm looking at the GPS like, all right, 7 minutes. I got this.
Right.
I can hold it for 7 minutes. And I'm getting ready to exit. And then, bam, car crash.
Yeah.
And it's like backed up, bumper to bumper traffic. And now that 7's turning into 9. It's turning into 15. It's turning into 30. I'm like, and so I'm like, well, Gatorade bottle, here we go.
Yeah.
But you can't it's hard to sit down and pee. So you have to
You have to lean back in the thing and kind of
go
hold
to the side.
it. Yeah.
I'll go to the side.
To get it. And then the worst thing you want is to have to go in the hospital with your wiener stuck in a milk carton. You're like, yeah. What happened? I don't want to talk about
I'm
it.
lactose intolerant. Vitamin D.
Yeah, you want some? Check it.
So this is not milk or urine.
No. All right.
Sundrop is our sponsor.
Love it.
Best citrus soda in the solar system from the south.
Yeah.
I made that up.
I like it. That's the new slogan.
So what we're going to do is a taste test. We're going to do like a Pepsi challenge.
All right.
And I want your honest answer.
Okay.
Whatever you think is the best, you tell me the best. Now, here's what we've got. We've got 3 different citrus sodas right here. Now, as you can see, there's 3 bottles over there.
But these aren't in the same order.
We've got a Mountain Dew. No, Mountain Dew, Mellow Yellow, and a Sundrop.
All right.
And just taste it. Let me know your thoughts. The Alan Jackson. Do we have that intense music that plays under the residual check game? This might be good for that moment, for this moment.
Alan, I'd also like a piece of beef jerky to cleanse my palate.
Oh, yeah.
In between.
Hang on. Let's see what we got here.
We're going to have to do that right away.
Would you like chocolate? I do have some
know.
Ghirardelli chocolates. I've got some Tums.
I'll use a Tums.
Acid reflux pills.
I've got those.
Okay. And whenever you're ready.
All right, let's go.
start however you want to start. Do you guys remember which is which?
I spun
Yes,
Elliot
sir.
around, but I remember.
Okay.
A little dizzy, but yes, sir.
I'm going to start at the left.
He's going with the left first. First sip is in. He's sniffing it like a fine wine. Getting all up in the palate. Okay. Just remember that. We should have had some water as a cleanser. Number 2. Here we go. Reno is sipping the second beverage in front of him. His face is slightly different. His brow is a little bit furrowed. He looks interested. So we're also an audio podcast, so for the people who can't see what's happening, I have to describe what's
Play by
happening.
play.
Yes, and now he's taking the third sip, and he's really contemplating. Oh, he's going back for the first. He wants to know the difference between the first and the third. Second, we're going back in for number 2. I can hear it going down his throat. That is what she said.
I'm going to go for 2.
Number 2, ladies and gentlemen, is Reno Collier's favorite citrus soda. Elliot,
Yes, sir.
what was number 2? Be honest.
Sundrop.
I just shit my pants.
This is so loud.
It's so loud. Dude, I want one of those so bad.
Take this one, I got plenty.
Every time my wife just, hey, why don't you?
Game is on.
Yeah, like Karate Kid.
Well, that's interesting. Do you want to know what 1 and 3 were?
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Mellow Yellow Mountain Dew?
Elliot,
Yes, sir.
Is that right?
truth. Reveal the truth, please. Do you want me to do it?
Yes, sir. I don't want to get in trouble.
Because I forgot. So you have to. What was 1?
One was Sundrop.
This is Sundrop. And what's 2?
Diet Sundrop.
Diet Sundrop. And what's 3?
A mixture of both.
So you couldn't have gone wrong. There's no Mountain Dew or Mellow Yellow. It was going to be Sundrop all day, every day. You think I'm bringing Mountain Dew up in here?
So I like the diet?
Yeah, dude. You like the diet. That's what I'm having.
That's why I'm so slim.
That's right.
Didn't your mama drive 30 minutes to go get the diet?
My dad, and then I did after he had a stroke. I would drive to Lincoln about 30 minutes to get caffeine-free Diet Sundrop, which they don't make anymore. Get on that, guys. But yeah, there you go. Wasn't that fun?
It was fun, especially because you kept saying over and over, now be totally honest. Don't, even off camera, you're like, listen.
Well, Reno was so worried before this. He goes, what if I don't pick Sundrop?
Yeah, I'm like, for God's sakes, if I don't choose it, we can fix it. Don't worry
I
about
said,
it.
we'll fix it in post. It's not live right now. I said, I want your honest opinion.
You got it.
Because I
was
do.
sitting there like an idiot. And in my mind, I really was like in Napa. More like sitting behind a gas station, but it felt like Napa. That's delicious. That is something special.
Well, thank you, man. How was your Thanksgiving? Let's talk
It was
about
great.
that. What'd you
I
do?
went to Kingsport, Tennessee, and saw family and celebrated my stepdad's 80th birthday.
Wow.
And
On Thanksgiving?
yeah, we celebrated it
Yeah.
because it's the 5th, and then my aunt's 70th. But Raylan Nelson, who is an absolute angel. My stepdad and I, since I've known him, used to sit and drink Jack on the Rocks until a few years ago.
Yeah.
Sit and drink Jack on the Rocks and listen to Willie Nelson every single time we got together. He had this little Bose CD player, and we put in Redheaded Strange or whatever. I mean, that was our thing for, it's been going over 30 years, 35 years. She got for him, for me to give to him, a signed Willie Nelson coffee mug. And for the kitchen, it's a pot holder, but it has pot leaves all on it, and it has Willie's face, and he signed it for me to give to him for his birthday. He's already getting the pot holder put in one of those shadow box things to hang up, and his coffee mug, he's not going to drink out of it. He has it set like in this cabinet thing so we can look at. She is a freaking angel, man.
Yeah,
I
so
love
we
her.
were introduced to her not long ago. And love her. Yeah, she's great.
She's great.
What a great. So
And
you
what a
gave him that for
sweetheart.
his birthday and Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Yeah, for his birthday,
Yeah.
and then she played in my golf tournament, which thanks a lot. She doesn't play golf, and you don't play golf, and you don't even show up.
I know. I'm gonna be a better friend.
Thank you.
I'll be on the next.
It's
one.
for children.
I'm gonna start playing golf, I guess. Anyway,
So,
but guess who? Guess who else asked me to play in their golf tournament, and I also declined. George Lopez.
really?
Yeah. So you're in that stress.
George and I are a lot alike.
Both construction guys.
Both. Is he a construction
Oh,
guy?
he's got a whole bit about it. Back
Oh,
in the
does
day.
he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Old school.
Yeah.
But no, so you gave him that gift.
I gave him the gift, and he absolutely loved it.
That's
and
awesome.
she did this. I asked her, and you know how like I feel weird asking. I'm like, but look,
Yeah.
this is something really big. And she's like, I'll do my best. Well, most people that's nah.
Yeah.
Go out the mailbox, boom, and I'm like,
Wow.
oh,
That's
thank
great.
you. Yeah.
Do you guys? I mean, everyone has their favorites. What's your favorite side dish?
Ooh.
Food, not ex-girlfriends.
Dude, I'm too stupid to be able to pull that off. My favorite side dish is probably dressing.
Okay.
I'd say I love.
Now, how
mashed potatoes.
do you make anything, or you just show up?
Yeah, well, this one I just show up. Normally I cook the turkey. I'll smoke
no
one.
kidding.
I'll smoke one, and then I always like one cooked traditional.
Mm-hmm.
I have that thing stuck in my head of planes, trains, and automobiles where they pull out the perfect turkey, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I got to make one that looks like that.
Yes,
And
okay.
but then I used to brine them. This was a few years ago, but I got real drunk. And I was like, I'm gonna brine it overnight. And it was like 30 degrees outside. And I'm like, ooh, I'll just leave it in the brine in the garage. I wake up at like 11 and it's 65. And I have 12 people and I pull this like green, and I'm like, and I was all hungover and I threw it over the fence in the backyard. You remember, you were at that old condo. Yeah, remember the old condo?
Yeah.
Where we had, and I'm like, I'm all mad. I'm like, damn it. Blah, blah, blah. And I put my hand right up his ass and I just chucked it over and Sandy's like, where's that turkey? I'm like, it's over by the real estate office. I got a good heave on it, yeah. But thank God I was smart enough to have another one ready.
Oh, you had a backup turkey.
Yeah, I had a backup turkey.
Oh,
yeah,
that's so
always.
smart. Wow.
But I love all of it, dude.
I do too.
You know, like I even like when it's stuffing. You know, I used to
Well,
stuff
how do you?
the
I was
bird.
going to ask. You said dressing's your favorite.
Yeah, dressing's
like
outside.
stuffing, right?
It's like stuffing, but you cook it separate.
Yeah.
Stuffing is you
You
fill
actually
the
stuff
bird.
it. So that's what I was going to say. Stuffing is called stuffing because it was once stuffed in there.
It was stuffed in
and then
there.
they started making it outside of the turkey.
Yeah.
And the difference is the word is dressing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
but it's the same stuff, isn't it?
It is, but the turkey takes a lot longer to cook. So now I stuff it with like apples and lemons and thyme and all that stuff.
Apples.
And shove it in there. Apples are great. Onions.
Yeah.
Yeah, lemon. It's good.
So
dude.
for the first time, my fiance and I made a turkey. I've never made a turkey ever.
How was it?
My mom traditionally doesn't cook a turkey. She's a ham person, and Dad's like whatever. So we didn't really have a whole lot of turkey. But like, I want the picture. Like what you were saying, I want that.
Yeah.
I want someone doing this and making a speech.
Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah.
And so I said, let's go buy a turkey. Got a butterball frozen. We cooked it. It's kind of goes in a bag. It was like the easiest thing you could do, but that was the first one. That was an experiment. Now I know what to do.
Yeah.
But you, when you buy your turkey, is it already thawed out? It's like a.
It doesn't matter. Like
You thaw it out. Wait, I mean, how do you do it?
So I'll get them fresh most of the time, but those butterballs are great, man.
Yeah.
You just have to give them plenty of time because there's been years I've had them in a bathtub the night before.
Really?
Yeah, trying to get them to thaw because it takes like 3 or 4 days in the fridge.
Yeah.
Where it's like
you
you're
just
just
leave it
sopping it in the bathtub and the. But I love ham too, dude. I love all of it.
Mom
I've
makes
cooked
good ham.
when Sandy and I first met. I love holiday meals.
Mm-hmm.
So on the 4th of July, I made a full Christmas meal.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like a turkey.
Why not?
Why not? Because it's so good. But the problem is, I used to drink a lot, and
Sure.
we didn't eat it until midnight because it wouldn't cook in like.
I just love the way you said that. You stopped.
Well, because I had gotten divorced and I moved into this apartment. And the oven didn't work right, and then I was dating, and it just was, I'm shotgunning beers with lunch, and it just the whole thing didn't fit together. But my stepdaughter still talks about it because she said we were supposed to eat
4th of July turkey.
The 4th of July. I mean, I had cranberry sauce.
Oh, man.
I had everything.
See, now I'm glad you said that because now that we made this turkey, we're excited to try again immediately. And I don't want to wait a whole another year to make a turkey. So I thought, well, Christmas is coming up.
Dude, absolutely. And when it's cold, you can take that the carcass.
Mm-hmm.
You can make soups.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? You put in the boiling water and you make your own.
Like nothing goes to waste.
Yeah, use the whole thing.
Okay, well, John Heffern and I came up with this idea. We didn't
sorry, who?
Did I say his name right? How does Heath Fron?
Is he a cook?
I'm not sure what
French,
he does.
right? Heffron?
No,
He's a
you're
survi-
talking
he's a
about the
stroke
children's
survivor.
author.
The
Cutting board children's author.
he makes cutting boards.
I know who you're talking about.
That guy.
That guy, got it.
He said we should. There should be an invention, and there probably already is. Maybe you could elaborate. A device that goes inside of the turkey, and you put the ingredients in there, and it will like evaporate, keeping it moist. Kind of like you know how Keurig has K-cups that you put in there, and you know, but like that, but it's metal, and you put stuff in there. We call it turkey cups.
That's a really
Hit the
interesting
laugh button on
idea.
that, man. That was I
Well,
set
the
that
thing,
up.
I know.
So was that supposed to be funny?
It's not a mess. That's a great idea because
Yeah,
it's
so you
not
just
a
pull-
mess when you just pull the tray out.
Yeah, and then you just empty it out. So it's we say turkey cup because it's funny.
That's a good
But
idea.
it could be anything you can shove in there and then pull it out.
Yeah.
So that's the idea when you put something in the turkey is that it keeps the turkey moist, right?
Right. That's where the
'Cause you don't really
apples and
eat
the
the
lemons.
stuff.
Yeah.
Do you eat the apples and lemons?
No.
Okay. All right.
No, it's just for moisture.
Yeah.
It just keeps it.
Oh, we're gonna do this too. What's your favorite Christmas movie? If you have, give me top 3 or whatever.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Yep.
Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah.
We didn't ask that part.
Christmas Vacation
Okay. Chevy Chase.
and A Christmas Story.
Okay. In that order? It doesn't matter. I'm curious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a Wonderful Life has more meaning to me from watching it with relatives that have passed away. That was like a
Right.
tradition thing.
Gotcha.
Christmas Vacation became the same thing, and so did A Christmas Story.
Yeah.
I don't know that those are the best movies.
Yeah.
but they're my favorites.
Yeah, cool.
You know what I mean?
I love all of those. It's a Wonderful Life for me. I didn't get it till later on. Like when I was a kid watching it, just like an old movie. It's
Yeah.
black and white, and there's a guy talking like this the whole
Yeah.
time.
See?
And I couldn't really relate. But then later on in life, I was like, oh, this is a great movie. So A Christmas Story, one of my favorites.
Love it.
At the end, you know, they have to go to the Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
Because the Bumpuses ate their turkey or whatever.
Right.
And they bring out the, was it a goose? Yeah. And they chop the head off.
Yeah.
We're going to do that for Christmas. We're going to make my brother's son, Zach, is a hunter, and he hunts duck and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So I was texting like, could you actually make a duck or a goose or something? He's like, yeah, I do it all the time. I'm like, that's what we're doing.
Yeah,
So we're
heck
going to
yeah.
have a Christmas goose.
Oh, that's awesome.
And we're going to recreate the scene. Like, I'll chop it off. We'll do the whole thing.
And you're going to have like a bunch of Asian Americans.
What do we call it?
Fa ra 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 ra.
Rah, rah, rah,
Rah,
rah.
rah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
No. Fa ra ra. Yeah.
I'm
You're
gonna
not allowed to do that.
When the
anymore.
dad comes out, he put it down, and the mom goes, "Ah!"
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they all start laughing. And he goes, well, it's smiling at me. Like, I got that movie memorized. Have you seen the sequel?
No.
That just came out?
No.
Yeah, I've seen about half. I will tell you, it's satisfying. If you love the first one, you'll be happy. You're not going to be like, oh my God, that's the best movie ever. You'll be like, there was a nice little ending, is sequel. Because
Right.
the same actors, it's great.
Cobra Kai type.
Yeah, you're going to be. It's a lot of nostalgia, all that good stuff.
Have you noticed, like with Christmas Vacation, like some of these movies, as I get older, I remember watching that movie and identifying with the kids.
Yes.
And then gradually you start identifying
With the dad.
with the dad.
Yeah.
And then gradually, you know what I mean? Like it's so weird the way that movie looks different, even though
Yeah.
I've seen it 1,000 times.
Yes.
I
I think you're right. That's why maybe they have such longevity.
Yeah.
Is because, it's a holiday movie, so it's going to come on every year.
Right.
You're just going to keep seeing it. Your dad's going to laugh at the dad part. You're going to laugh at the kid part.
Yeah.
And then one day,
You
that's
start
a good-
to kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask you so you're touring like crazy. Plug a tour date real quick. Where you going to be where people can see you? I know you got the corporate thing.
New Year's Eve, I am in Grand Isle, Nebraska.
Okay.
And it is
Grand Isle?
I think that's how you say it.
There's an island in Nebraska?
It's not really an island. Grand.
I didn't know they were. I thought they were landlocked.
It's in Nebraska.
Okay.
And it's
what does it say there?
Grand Island.
Grand Island, Nebraska.
There it is. Look at that. We're gonna find out. Maybe it's a lake or river
Yeah.
that surrounds this island.
And then I'm going to be in Hilton Head, South Carolina, and Daytona Beach.
Very nice.
Coming up in January, and yeah.
Yeah, good. Go to his website. What is it?
Check it out. RenoCollierComedy.com. You can follow me on Facebook. It's the same name, same whatever.
Yeah.
You know what it is.
Yeah. And he will be on the cruise as well, the Sea Amigos cruise, which is, November next. Is it zooming in slowly?
Is that what I look like?
I
look like a chef.
Dude, I like that does that happen on your page all the time? It's slowly, are you doing that, Alan? Or is it doing it itself?
No, it's doing it itself.
Look at that.
It is?
Did you know that happened?
Well, of course. No, I haven't even been on it.
But it's
damn
now, that
laugh
one was
track again.
sarcastic.
Yeah.
I love how it zoomed in.
I feel like I'm on Three's Company.
I gotta remember that one. I like that. The
That's
slow
pretty cool,
zoom
huh?
into you
It slows right into my white beard. You know what? Do you brush your beard?
sometimes.
See, I don't. Well, you can tell right there. Look.
Yeah, dude, that's all over the
Dude,
place.
that is an odd-looking photo. That one does that too?
So look, I got the gray stripes coming in. You're lucky.
Dude, look, it goes to the left.
Oh yeah, you
Like
got
the
one
beard.
batch a little bit bigger than the other batch.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me look at you now, because that's an old picture. Yeah, this side's a little bit more gray than that side.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the bad thing about your beard color changing over time, is it doesn't just do it at once. It's gradual, and then that weird. It's like puberty for old guys. We're like going through a different kind of puberty.
Yeah.
Where we're getting old, but it's not symmetrical. It's like, just get it over with.
Yeah.
Just go all
I
white
have
now.
red and white and gray and brown and all kinds of stuff. People are like, why don't you color it? I'm like, because I'm a man. You freaking wuss. You're the reason there's a problem in this country.
By the way, where's my mascara?
Do you wear mascara?
Sometimes.
Do you really?
No, just for television.
In my bathroom.
But I'm on TV all the time.
All the time, every day. There's a camera in front of me. For auditions specifically. Oh, I got a part on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Dude, that's awesome.
So we just gave you a tour of this whole place.
Yeah.
There's another room over there. It's just a green screen where the Alan Jackson and I will, if I get an audition, we'll go over there and film it and do all this stuff. And if it's for like a younger dude, I'll take a little mascara and I'll just get the gray out. you
Yeah.
know? So I have it for that purpose. And then you stole it.
I was going to have Isaiah stop by, if you remember that day that I was trying really hard to get in touch with him.
How long
And he
ago was that?
In Communicado. That was about a month ago.
About a month ago. I've been without my mascara.
Did you notice he wore it during the After Dark?
Oh, did he?
You remember,
you didn't see
when
that?
he was in the car? Everything was all, because you even
I
talked
couldn't
about
tell.
it.
I couldn't tell. It was dark. Real smooth, man. Real smooth.
Dude, Curb Your Enthusiasm
back
is
to you.
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's
so-
freaking killer.
I fly out there Tuesday. So that's why we're pre-recording this, is because I'm going to be in the air. As this is out, I will be in the air flying to LA, shooting I'm doing one scene, and then I go to Vegas for Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club. But yeah, I've already shot 2 scenes. I'm going back for the 3rd. So I got the part here. I get the audition
That's
and the email,
awesome,
and I send it
man.
to Alan, like, can we film this? He's like, yeah. And that's all improv. Like, they don't give you,
That's what I heard. Like, there's a beginning and an end, and you just go at it.
they just give you the scene, like, here's the scenario, these 3 things need to happen, and then end it, So we just made up our own scene and got the part. It's all because of Alan Jackson.
Atta boy, Alan.
So, yeah.
Dude, that's killer, man.
But yeah, I do put mascara in here sometimes. I'm a professional. It's for acting.
Yeah, of course.
Not everyday stuff.
You're a thespian.
a lesbian. Well, let's move on to our next segment. What we do here is I go to Twitter. I click on your hashtag. I find what it is. What are people talking about? What's trending? What are you talking about at home? It's how you know we're up with the Joneses. We're in the know. It's how you know. There it is. I'll wait for the music. It's how you know we're current, right? This is not an old episode. We're up to date. It's called Ooh, it's the best trends. Here's what you're talking about. All right. Thank you. Hashtag World Cup.
Yeah.
Are you riveted? Are you watching all of the World Cup?
like
Let's just
you
start with
wouldn't believe.
soccer in general. Thoughts? Did you play?
I did.
Okay,
I did.
well, see,
I
this
love
is
to
different.
play, but it's hard to watch.
Okay.
I loved playing soccer.
When did you play? Where
in
did
high
you
school?
play? In high school. What position?
Sweeper.
What is that?
It's basically, here's what happened. I played football.
Yeah.
I went to a military school.
Right.
All right. The soccer coach was a Marine colonel. All right. So I played a little bit of safety in high school and
In football.
In football.
Yeah.
So we had a great team, but he was like, "Look, dude, have you ever played soccer?" And I was like, "Yeah, when I was younger, I played a lot."
Yeah.
And he's like, "All right, do you know what sweeper is?" And I'm like, "Yes." And he's like this gruff type dude. He goes, "Okay, if anybody gets anywhere near the goal box to shoot, I want you to take them out."
Oh, like the rough guy in hocky?
Yeah.
What do
I
they call
was
that guy in hockey? What do they call that guy? The bruiser? Look it up. Google
Something
it.
like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I think that'd be fun. And he's like, I'm not kidding. Like, he's like, get them outside of the goal box and take them out. So
You hurt them?
like slide tackle, deck them, whatever you had. If somebody's one-on-one, just take them out and we'll give them the shot. Our goalie was from the Dominican Republic, and he was really good. Our team, we had a whole bunch of international kids at the school, so our soccer team was really good. But I liked hitting people and
Yeah,
you know
you're
what
a
I mean?
football guy.
Yeah.
You're like, what?
So I was like, yeah, dude, I'll do it. Because at that point, I was like second string quarterback, and I was playing a little bit, but I was going to college to play baseball. And I didn't want to get.
I forgot I knew this.
Yeah, and I didn't want to. My coach was like, you're not playing enough football. I have somebody, I don't want you getting hurt, and then you can't play baseball.
Right.
So he's like, go ahead and do this. I freaking had a blast, man. I loved it.
Did you take people out?
Yeah. I loved playing. I'd get yellow cards every game. I mean, it was, and I had full reign to do it. Like, he's like, go out there. And every team would have like 3 guys that could get down the field. And he's like, him.
Yeah.
Do not let him anywhere near the goal box. I'm like, okay. And I did it as legally as I could.
Right. I was going to say, did you have a special move? Did you try to hide
I'd
it?
slide tackle people all the time.
What
And
is it?
scissor, you slide in.
The feet
and if
first?
you can but if you can get your left foot behind and your right foot behind their legs, you can slam. I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
But you can just
like a scissor.
You slam them on the ground.
Oh, it's like a karate move, I think.
Yeah, it's a little bit. But I was much more limber.
Yeah.
Back then.
I would say
anymore.
do you have photos of that time?
Yeah, of me on.
Yeah, playing soccer and stuff.
Yeah.
See, I don't know that Reno.
Yeah.
The Reno I know, I met in Atlanta in like 1997 or something.
Baseball in college lasted
there's a
a
whole-
very short period of time because I came out of military school.
Yeah.
And there's no girls, no booze,
Yep.
nothing. And then I was in college,
And there was all
I went to
that.
play baseball, and it was all in front of me. And I got redshirted, and they're like, "We're gonna run at 5:30 in the morning," and I'm like, "You are? I'm not. Did you know
there's
there's girls
booze and
here and
girls."
booze? And did you guys see this?
Right,
You know, and it was so it didn't last that long. But soccer, I watched. I can't watch it.
Okay.
It's so slow. I did watch the U.S.-Iran game.
Right. Well, he said it wrong.
Iran?
They just made a big stink
Let me tell you
about it.
something. When I was a kid, there was a song that was bomb, 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 Iran. Bomb, 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 Iran.
I remember that.
Yeah, so
It's
I
next
call it
Pakistan.
Iran.
Yeah.
Iran.
Yeah.
So if you want to go back and talk to that singer that taught me how to say it, have at
Right.
it. But don't tell me how to say
Google
Iran.
that. Who wrote
Yeah.
bomb, 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 Iran? I don't know if you put all the bombs in there. But yeah, okay, yeah.
think it was-
they
I think it
were
was
thinking
Trump.
about it on the news the other day. They're saying you're supposed to pronounce it Iran.
I don't give a shit.
I know,
That's so stupid. Don't tell me how to pronounce
Thank
words.
you. Yeah. If you don't want me to say Iran, don't spell it
Iran. Yeah.
If you want me to say Iran, put an E and a Ron in
Yeah.
there.
Iraq.
Yeah, Iran. So you watched that game 1-0, right? We were talking about it last week on this show, and we showed Alan. You want to weigh in? Like, how much of this did we showed? What, one little clip?
We showed a video clip that was approximately 12 seconds in length.
12 seconds, no audio though, right?
No audio.
Just the video of the one score.
Yeah.
Totally got flagged on YouTube and Facebook. Copyright infringement. You are not allowed.
Do you know why? Because soccer is a wuss sport. If you want, these guys fall down and lay on the ground. Do they not know there's a replay? Like
you
someone
can
just,
see them.
and they're like, and they're laying on the ground convulsing, and no one calls anything, and the play's still. I'm like, get up and go defend but they're laying there like eventually someone will throw a flag if I'm enough of a wuss.
A good actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There should be an acting school for soccer players to teach them how to fall and the right way to. I mean, they're not even getting hit.
Yeah. I feel like basketball and some football players have stolen that fake flop move. And now they do it all the time.
Yeah. When they're carrying,
it works.
They're carrying LeBron off the court, and he's like, oh, shut up, dude.
Right. Yeah.
What happened to toughness? And you go back and watch old football games,
like,
the old Steelers, Raiders, all that stuff. That's all gone. Now it's like, he's got a great shot, but can he flail? Oh, book him.
I used to love watching the old NFL films with the interviews of these old lineman dudes back in the day. Before you had all these different kinds of pads.
Yeah.
They would take magazines and wrap them around their shins. Yeah. And that was their pad.
And it's like
a
20
Life magazine.
It's 20 below at Lambeau. And they're just everything's coming out. They're missing teeth, and Jack Ham is eating a turkey leg, smoking cigarettes. It was real. This sucks, man. These guys are.
I don't know if it's evolving or devolving.
It's devolving.
Yeah. Well, that was trending. We talked about it, got flagged, and it was 1-0. USA won, and they beat Iran or Iran. And now we play the Netherlands. So I put this up on Twitter. I put a poll up, and I want to know your opinion.
Okay.
Generally speaking, what do you think? American soccer fans, are they mostly Democrat or mostly Republican type people? Now, I'm not saying the sport. I'm saying the people. And I'm not even talking about World Cup. Like people who watch minor league soccer, like people into soccer. Just Americans, not people from Italy, that's different, or wherever. American people, by and large.
Dude, after this last election, I can't tell how anybody does anything.
Well, I put the poll up. Most people, looks like it's 72.9%. That's after I've only had it up there today. 59 people have voted.
I think that's probably.
I feel that way.
I feel that way.
Yeah. Now, here's what's funny to me, and this is the point I'm trying to get at, right? Let's agree with the poll. Let's say most people in America who like soccer are more liberal type, democratic type people. If that's true, they also don't like nationalism, right? They think nationalism is bad. Yet, what is the World Cup? 100% a national competition. Like, I am going to root for you. I'm going to drape myself in a USA flag, and I'm going to go over there. But if it weren't for that, you would never hear them going, USA, USA.
Yeah,
because they
when it's
think
the economy.
They think it's racist, they think it's horrible, and yet they're doing it now.
And they're also yelling, it's called soccer, from that Peyton Manning commercial.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
So the American fans at the World Cup are and all together going, it's called soccer.
Oh, yeah,
and
I
it's
did see
all
that.
from that Peyton Manning. I think that's where it comes from.
So wait, it's called soccer is kind of like their version of Let's Go Brandon.
Yeah. Dude, I don't really, with polls and stuff, I don't think we're as divided as it feels like.
I don't
when I talk
every day
to people,
walking around, I don't feel it.
I don't feel it at all.
Yeah. I don't either.
I don't hear people, except on social media, it keeps that fire blazing.
Yeah.
On the news. Dude, I didn't watch the news for 6 days, and I turned it on, and I was like, this is the exact same thing they were talking about when I turned it off 6 days ago.
Yeah.
It's all just trying to get everybody pissed off at each other.
Well, sadly, that's what works. You know, a headline or news that causes you to get mad or anger works.
Yeah, there's
which
a payoff.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to do the opposite of that, and, so maybe we should start doing that on this Facebook page, your Facebook page, my Twitter. Let's start reinforcing positivity stuff.
Yeah.
Instead of if I put up something nice about Reno, if I go, Reno Collier's the funniest guy I've ever seen in my life. What do you think? And instead of going yes, retweet.
Yeah.
Now, if I said something negative, Reno Collier
sucks. That thing would be all over Twitter.
Can you see? Look what John Reed said.
Yeah.
Why are you spreading the hate?
Right.
Let's do this challenge. How about spread the love for once?
Yeah.
Amen.
No, people are
We'll be right
not
back
that.
after these messages. No, I'm just kidding.
No, do we have a commercial?
No.
Sun drop. I agree, dude. I think that you don't get attention unless like little tiny groups of people in this country seem to get all the attention, and then there's all these other people that go to work.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? It's like why
I don't
are-
even know what we were talking about.
Yeah, the whole and I don't want to not watch the news
Yeah.
and be an idiot.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like you watch the news and you're an idiot. Like it dumbs everything down.
Right.
I see something on the news. I'm like, can you believe that happened? And people are like, that didn't happen.
That's not what happened.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, I saw it.
It said it right there.
Yeah, it said on the TV that it told me to. It's like
It's all about like, it's the sources are suspect now. Like
Yeah.
who can I try to do a balance because I'm a comedian and I have the time to do this.
Yeah.
I know most people, like you said, they just go to work. They don't have time to figure out, well, what news source can I trust? I have the luxury of being able to wake up whenever, watch whatever. I try to bounce back and forth. I really do.
I do too.
CNN and Fox. I'm
Me
just
too.
like, what are they saying? Now, what are they saying about what they said? And it turns into a battle of them saying that you can't trust another person. Meanwhile, like, what's the story?
right.
What is the story? Is the story how we can't trust you anymore?
Right.
It's so, yeah.
Well, there's not one news source that doesn't have some kind of inflection of where they stand politically.
Yeah.
There's no, people say that, where's Walter Cronkite? There's no like, here's the news. Here's what happened. Here's how many people were involved. This is what happens. Here's what we're waiting for.
Yeah.
It's not, well, did you see what the president did? On paper, that looks like you're just asking a question. But when you watch it in real time, it's like, dude, what are you doing? Like, just tell me the story. But everybody has to have
A lean
a
to
Twitter
a slant.
account.
Yeah.
And people put stuff on Twitter they know isn't real.
Yeah. 100%.
Just to start a fight.
I started following people, not because I'm a fan of them, but just to see what the hell, what's this person saying today? Just because I follow you doesn't mean I like you.
Yeah.
It means I'm keeping an eye on you.
Yeah. And I watch you take showers. Is that
that
not
too.
right?
That too. Well, let's move on to the next segment.
I got a couple of things you asked me to research, though. So
Thank you.
Before we get too far away. So the hockey, and you even said the word initially, the enforcer. He said
Enforcer.
reinforcer.
Yeah.
So that position's an enforcer.
That's in
Got
hockey,
it.
or what do you call it in soccer?
Or soccer.
In soccer?
Yeah, but they in soccer as well.
It's the same. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So the parallels across different sports. And as far as Bomb Iran, it's Vince Vance and the Valiants.
Vince Vance and the
Valiants.
Valiants. And it was Bomb Iran. You tried to say Iran.
Did you try to say Iran?
He just did.
I'm so confused, and I even was over in that region for a number of years. So
This beer.
I know, right? It's not symmetrical.
Were you in the military?
Yes, he was.
What branch of the
Sergeant
military?
Mark having 8 balls deep right there.
Were you in Iraq?
I was in Iraq.
When were you there?
First time Desert Storm, second time Iraqi Freedom, third time I was over there doing logistics and stuff for Enduring Freedom.
Clap
What
for
a
yourself.
boy,
Clap for
man.
yourself.
Yeah,
right now.
where's the
Clap for
freaking-
yourself.
Yeah.
Thank you.
A real American in
Right.
here.
USA! USA!
I did a bunch of USO tours, and clearly I wasn't that memorable if you saw me.
Right. When did you perform and where? Maybe, I wonder.
Dude,
what if,
I did like 75 shows.
What
I went like
years?
4 different times. 2003, 2006.
where were you?
2003, I was in the first wave of Iraqi Freedom, so I was probably sucking sand at that time frame.
We went, what they do is they'd fly us to Kuwait, put us in a C-130, we'd go up to Mosul in northern Iraq, and then get on Blackhawks and hit every base we could get into all the way back down for like 2.5 weeks.
And it's very possible because they were doing USO tours throughout, and I've seen them in Kuwait, I've seen them in Iraq.
Yeah.
And
Kuwait, yeah.
But
Those guys are wood. Jessica
it
Simpson
easy.
did Kuwait. You got to go up for me and Charlie Daniels. Were.
hey, now that was my last duty station. But I mean, but it depends on what your context was as far as what the mission was at that point,
Right.
Because it really opened up my eyes. Because with my first 2 deployments being actual combat, when they told me I was going to Kuwait, I was like. But once I got there and started seeing the scope of everything and seeing, the huge, vast mission, so to speak, the Iraqi drawdown surge in Afghanistan, stuff we were doing in Africa.
Yeah.
I mean,
I went to Africa too. I got a tapeworm or a parasite. I'm not kidding, dude. My wife's like, you're never
What are you,
doing
from
these
drinking
again.
the water or something?
Yeah, I don't know what we got it from, but I was sick and I had to fly on Air Ethiopia Did you ever? We went to Djibouti.
There's no such thing.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is, and they still have ashtrays
I'm kidding.
and stuff.
Of course
The
there- why
airplanes are
wouldn't there be?
really
I was
old.
joking.
He's sitting on a seat next to a goat. I mean,
Dude, it smells like it. And the food on the flight was, and I'm crapping my brains out. Nicest people of an airline in my entire life. When we were flying out of Djibouti, like the whole airport's outside, right? And this guy, PJ Walsh, was with me. Do you know PJ?
I know who that is. Yeah. I don't know him, but I know who it is.
So he was going to LA. Well, they checked his luggage to Dallas. So the lady behind the counter is like on a Commodore 64. I mean, everything's really old, you know, and she's typing away and the whole thing's outside. And he's like, hey, my luggage is checked to Dallas. I'm going to have to go down, get my luggage, come back up through. Is there any way to get it to Los Angeles? And she's like, hold on, let me see. She walks out, we can watch this whole thing. She walks out the thing, goes out to the plane, the thing that rides up with your luggage, she sits on it, rides up in there, gets his bag, throws it out, comes back down, redoes it, and I'm like, would you please come back to America? Yeah, I'm like, I will get you, if you could go to work for Delta, it would be the greatest.
Yes.
So then, check this out. So we get to Ethiopia and I have a layover, and I'm just eating anything I'm trying to eat cheese, I'm eating Imodium, I'm eating everything just to try not to poop for like 10 hours, right? I go to the kiosk and I go up to the lady at Air Ethiopia and she was gorgeous. I mean, the people are like gorgeous. And I go up to her and I'm like, listen, I'm so embarrassed. Because she's hot, you know, I'm like,
I gotta poop.
I can't stop going to the bath. Is there any way I could get a seat beside the bathroom on the plane? She goes through everything and she's like, okay, there are, but the people have reserved the seat. She goes, if you come back here 1 hour before your flight, I'll make sure I move you. I'm like, you got it. So, I mean, on the minute, I go and she's gone.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, God. So we go, we start boarding the plane. I hit my ticket and he goes, eh. And the guy goes, oh, Mr. Reno. And I go, what? And she goes, whatever her name was, she came by and said to make sure to give you this seat because you weren't feeling well.
She put in the notes or whatever.
She went by and said she had to leave for a family thing and put it in. And I'm like, you guys are the greatest airline.
That would never happen at LAX.
Oh, dude. Hell no. Come back in an hour, idiot. By the way, I took your luggage and I threw it in the trash.
For bringing it up, I threw your luggage away. Wow. All
That's
right.
for Air Ethiopia.
Air Ethiopia. All right. Well, as you guys know, there's a lot of weird, irrational. Every day there's a stupid holiday.
Yeah.
Right. So today, December the 6th, wink, wink, it is National Miners Day, Coal Miners Day. Do you have anyone in your family who was a coal miner?
My family's from West Virginia.
I know. That's why I'm bringing it up.
Used to. Long time ago. Everybody, they ended up being contractors and stuff in construction, but my mom's grandparents all were.
Yeah.
One of them ran a mine.
Did someone say black lung earlier? Were you joking about that?
No, I have a great
Dude,
uncle
that's
that
a
died of
terrible
black lung.
thing, man.
You said someone died from black lung?
Yes, sir.
Dude,
my grandfather was getting disability from black lung.
Lots of
Uncle
people.
Willie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not a pretty thing to go through either, man.
Well, respect all the miners out there. It made me think of this picture I saw not long ago. I don't know all the details, but Ball, do you know anything about this? There was a coal miner who apparently his family wanted to go see a basketball game, and he was working late and didn't have time to go wash his face and went to the basketball game like that, straight from work, with the coal dust all over his face. And it made the news. I don't know all the details.
I'm surprised nobody boycotted him.
Really? Yeah. Like, how dare you?
That's racist.
That's racist. You can't do that anymore. It ain't the 30s,
Do
man.
you not understand? Dude,
That's
that is
what, didn't, oh God, who was the guy that was dating Whoopi Goldberg?
Oh, he's married to
Ted
her.
Danson.
Ted Danson
was
did it.
married to her.
Dude, all those people did it, and then they yell at people.
They yell.
Joy Bayard, whatever her name is, she did it.
She did it too?
Oh, dude, they had pictures of her all over the place, and they come unglued on people. It's always,
you're right. I'm surprised no one spun this that way.
yeah. You have to be careful. Like anybody who gets really mad about something probably did it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So they have to overcompensate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just pray no one pulls up the picture of her.
Yeah. Well,
dude, this is the sweetest story of the year.
Do you know what happened?
So he wanted to bring his kid, and I guess it was his family too, But the coach, people saw him there.
Yeah.
Right? And the coach ended up giving him, they brought him out and celebrated him and everything. And the guy didn't have time to go home, but he wanted his kid to go to the game.
Oh, right.
And then people saw it and people took pictures of it.
Yeah.
And then the coach got involved and was like, hey.
Because I think it was Calipari or what?
Yeah.
It's Coach Calipari for the University of Kentucky.
Yeah. So, and I think he had coal miners in his family, if I remember correctly. And so he has a love for it too. It was like, respect, we're going to get that guy free seats or something like that. So that's cool.
Yeah. Speaking of, you mentioned West Virginia earlier. Said the coach whose grandfather was a coal miner in West Virginia.
Yeah.
So could have worked with your family.
Yeah.
They could have.
What, I mean, like if you didn't know, like if you were just at that game, that guy came in and sat down next to you. I mean, not knowing the history or what he's working at, would you kind of go like, oh man, I got food here?
No, I'd buy him a beer, dude. Look at him. I mean,
How about a wet wipe?
I don't know. I think he's wearing it pretty good.
It looks good on him. Yeah.
Dude, you know what? When we're talking about people not being that different,
Yeah.
who cares who that guy voted for? Like, look at
yeah.
that. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
America right there.
America. That's
gonna-
exactly. And
Look at his kid. He's got a sweet ginger there.
heck yeah. Probably cuts his own hair, but he's a good-looking kid.
Well, respect to whoever that guy
Heck
is.
yeah, man.
Today is also National, I can't pronounce this word.
Microwave.
Nope, the other one. How do you say it?
Gazpacho.
What is that? Yeah.
Gazpacho.
What? Gazpacho.
Yeah, it's cold soup, I think.
Are you a fan?
No.
Yeah. It says here, National Gazpacho Day, December 6th, recognizes a flavorful soup that cooks, serves cold. Yeah, that serve cold. Typically tomato-based vegetable soup from Spain. I don't get it. Soup to me is supposed to be hot. If I want to eat a cold soup, I just do melted ice cream.
Just open the can.
Yeah. Just don't eat it.
Right.
So this is real easy to make. You just go to the store.
Oh, yeah.
You buy Hunt's tomato ketchup, and you don't heat it, and you
put
have
cucumbers on
gazpacho. Put some leaves in it. Go outside, find some leaves, and throw that in the soup.
Yeah.
I don't understand. So I don't understand people who like if it's hot outside, I want something cold. But if it's cold outside, I want something hot.
Yeah.
And to me, soup is supposed to be a wintertime thing, served hot. Not a fan.
There's nothing about
gazpacho.
that looks like you'd be full.
No.
Like you'd have to eat like 12 of those things.
It kind of looks like a Bloody Mary.
Yeah, like a shot.
That's what I was thinking.
I bet you that's when a Bloody Mary happened. Oh, but yes, it is also National Microwave Oven Day. Do you use the microwave much? Now, if you're making turkeys, I feel like there are some people who are anti-microwave now.
I am. I don't reheat a lot of stuff in there. I don't reheat pizza or anything. I put it in a skillet.
Yep.
I do use the microwave a lot for popcorn.
Popcorn.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Tons.
I use it a lot just because it's more convenient. But yeah, my fiance even is like, doesn't like it when I reheat things in the microwave.
I don't either.
She's like, no, put
Makes
it.
it mushy.
Yeah, it doesn't do it right.
You want me to tell you a trick?
Yeah.
It's really good. Make your microwave popcorn, then put it in another dish and layer it. Put down a layer of popcorn, put Parmesan cheese
Gotcha.
and black pepper on it. Okay. Then another layer.
Of popcorn.
Of popcorn.
Yeah.
Parmesan cheese, black pepper. Put it in the microwave for like 20 seconds and let it all come together so it becomes like big pieces.
Ooh.
Dude, so good.
Really?
Yeah, I do it every night.
Oh, I'm going to try that.
It's delicious.
Well, let me ask you this. When you go to a movie theater, you get movie theater popcorn. Mm-hmm. You know, you get the bag, right? And they say, do you want butter? And you say, yeah. And then they just put it on the top, and then that's where it is.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen people go like, I want half popcorn, put the butter on it there, and then put more popcorn, and then the butter again.
Butter on there, yeah.
But then I think, well, that person's high maintenance, and they're clogging up the line. Let's move it on.
Yeah.
You know?
I sneak candy in.
Oh, yeah, you got some
Yeah.
candy in.
I'm not paying $12.
No. It's also National Pawn Brokers Day. You ever pawn anything? Have you bought anything from a pawn shop, or have you ever had to pawn
I
something?
bought stuff from a pawn shop. I don't know if I ever pawned anything.
I've never,
It's been a long time.
maybe I did a long time ago, but I I feel like if you ever buy something at a pawn shop, I feel like I'm breaking the law somehow.
You probably are. I bought tools there, and I'm like, I guarantee these are stolen. Like, there's no doubt about it. This is stolen.
I feel gross about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I might be saving a lot of money, but I just imagine some poor guy on the side of the road going, I lost my tools.
Yeah, he's sitting out in his truck going, there goes my soul.
Some pawn shops are expensive as all get out, though. You go in there thinking you're going to catch a deal. And
Yeah.
You're sitting there looking at it, it's like, dang, it was cheaper at Lowe's.
Guns are expensive in there.
Oh, especially.
Yeah.
And jewelry.
Yeah.
You watch what's that show? The
Pawn Stars.
Pawn Stars? Yeah.
Pawn
Out,
Stars.
out in Las Vegas.
That's in Vegas? I might go visit while I'm there.
Now they're doing America.
What do you
It's
mean?
called Pawn Stars Do America, and they're traveling around doing
Well,
it.
Chum Lee was just in Winston probably about a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
Is that the one that lost a lot of weight? Was he the fat guy that lost a lot
yeah,
of weight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chum Lee. Didn't one of them just pass away?
The father.
Yeah.
I can't remember. He was
Okay.
a Navy vet.
Yeah.
And the main guy, I don't know what happened, but I've seen him recently pop up. Is he in trouble for something? Did he
I
break
think
the
he was
law?
arrested, yes. I believe he was arrested unless that was,
I wish you'd take
Chum
that.
Lee got arrested for like guns and meth and a bunch of stuff.
Recently?
No, it's been a while ago.
Oh,
'cause
that may have been
he
one.
Now, there's
rehabbed
something
that.
recent with the main guy.
The main guy is Rick.
Yeah, something happened. I looked that up while I celebrate the next one. Oh, it's also National St. Nicholas Day. St. Nicholas Day recognizes the 3rd century saint who became an inspiration for the modern day Santa Claus. Happy St. Nick Day.
I love Santa Claus.
I love Santa Claus. I love St. Nicholas. I love Christmas.
Me too,
You decorate at home?
Sandy does.
When
yeah.
when did she put them up?
Dude, I put the tree up on Halloween before.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. Because
Can't
when
wait, let's go.
I used to be gone for so much, I was like, I want to enjoy it. And kids are trick or treating, going, "Is that your tree?" And I'm like, just shut up and take your candy. We're weird, you know.
Your house is big enough, and I know this because I stayed there and went through your stuff. Remember I left the light on in that one closet?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry for that. I still feel like a weirdo for that, but I was looking for a nightstand to put next to my bed.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to sit up and watch TV and put the drink down. I thought, like, his house, by the way, my gosh, there's a whole upper floor that's like a wing that you let the guests stay at.
It's sneaky.
You got a whole floor to yourself up there with a living room and everything. And so I was like, oh, cool, I love it up here. And I went back to my bedroom and I'm like, oh, man, I just need one little thing right here. I'm like, well, he let me have the whole floor up here. I just looked around. There's got to be an end table.
Yeah.
So I'm looking through stuff, and I'm like, there's this one door. I open it up. It's like a big attic.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I bet you could put a Christmas tree in there without having to take the decorations off. Like you probably never have to disassemble the tree.
Yeah.
Is that what y'all do?
No.
Do you disassemble it?
Yeah, I'm not putting up all that stuff this year. I'm going to try to be intentional.
Yeah.
To think about God at Christmas and not freaking toys and
Right,
I
right.
mean these commercials where it's like, you know, if you love her, you'll buy her a Tahoe, and I'm like,
Yeah,
shut
get out of here.
up, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if she needs a Tahoe, maybe she's just a hoe.
Yeah, yeah. If that's the only thing that makes her happy,
that's
I've already
all-
been in one of those.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. As my mom would say, Jesus is the reason for the season.
Amen.
That's right.
Happy St. Nicholas Day. It's also World Trick Shot Day. Never heard of this, but apparently the Harlem Globetrotters invented this day. Did you ever see the Harlem Globetrotters
Yeah.
as a kid?
I used to watch them on TV all
Yeah.
the time. Remember they used to be on Saturday afternoon?
Yes. Why do they stop airing that? They're still around, aren't they? The Harlem
believe so,
Globetrotters?
yes, sir.
I think they added women and
Yeah. Yeah, they did. There's like a little person as well. That's a part of the.
I'm sorry, a what?
I don't know what midget.
Midget pickle.
oh no, you shouldn't.
Canceled.
You shouldn't say that. You really shouldn't say that.
Well, there goes Sundrop. Hendrick Honda.
They
They're
have
still
little
here.
cans.
They do have little tiny cans.
They
Yeah.
have little cans.
What are you looking up, Ball?
So the aspect on Rick is he wasn't arrested, but he's being sued by his mom. It's in reference to how everything was divided down from his father's passing. So she still retains supposedly 49% of the business, and there's a whole bunch.
So he's in litigation probably
Yeah.
right now.
That's
why I
going to be
keep
a
saying
weird Christmas.
it.
You know what I mean?
Pass
Yeah.
the turkey, and here's the subpoena.
I'll see you on Friday.
Yes, you've been served. Not turkey. Thank you. Hey, we got a lot more show to do. We'll be right back with more country-ish after this. Hey, everybody, let's go cruising. That's right, we're doing it again. November 5 through 11, 2023. We're going cruising, baby, and I want you to come with me. This time, 7 days on Royal Caribbean's Wonder of the Seas. It is the world's largest cruise ship. It is brand new. We leave from Port Canaveral with stops at Royal Caribbean's private island. Perfect day at Coco Cay. Cozumel, Mexico. We're going to Isla Roatan, Honduras. We're going to Puerto Costa Maya, Mexico. It's a great new ship, more destinations, more comedians. 3 comedians going to Mexico. We're called the See Amigos Tour because it ain't just me. We got John Heffron and we got Reno Collier. That's right. We're doing comedy, karaoke, all the meeting and greeting and drinking you can imagine. And you can book your spot right now. Go to johnreap.com/cruise and secure your spot right now, and I will see you on the boat. All right. Book those cabins ASAP. This guy's going to be on there, so you need to be on there. If you want to laugh out loud, it's going to be a good time. Real quick, hang on. Let me tell you about Sue the Collector, okay? Let's talk about it. For many years, I'm talking about Camp Lejeune. For many years, between 1953 to 1987, Marines, their family members, and infant children were exposed to contaminated drinking water at Camp Lejeune, including all satellite camps. Many were sickened and died unnecessarily because of the groundwater contamination. So if you or your loved one worked or lived or served at Camp Lejeune, call us now for more information and legal help. You might be eligible for a significant financial compensation. Call the law office of Environmental Litigation Group at 888-660-2492. Again, that is 888-660-2492. All right, and special thank you to my buddy.
Dude, I love you,
my
man.
my compadre, Reno Collier. Check him out if he is ever in your area. Do yourself a favor and go see this man do stand-up comedy live. You can look at his tour dates at RenoCollierComedy.com.
Right on.
Kill it, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.
All righty, man. What a great show today was. So if you got any comments you want me to read, like I said, put them in the comments section, and I'll get to it next week. Thanks for watching this. Of course, we didn't do your comments in real time because we're not live, but still, we want you to leave comments and share stuff. Let me plug some tour dates real quick. I briefly mentioned it before, but I am in Vegas. I am on my way to Vegas. December 8th through 11, Las Vegas, baby. I'll be at Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club. Come see me. And then I'll be right back here in Charlotte, North Carolina, December 29 through 31 at the Comedy Zone, one of my favorite clubs in the world. And then from there, I'll be in Richmond, Virginia at the Funny Bone, January 13 and 14. And of course, I always have to remind you, save the date. Get tickets, actually. You can get tickets for this right now for April the 15th. That's the John Reap's Prom Part 2, the redo. All right. We need new Apple Podcast reviews. Actually, we do have a new one, but I'm waiting for Isaiah to get in here and read it because this person wrote a line just for Isaiah to read. So hang on to that, but don't forget, we always love it. If you want to help the show out, you can leave us a nice review and 5 stars on Apple Podcast, and I will make Isaiah read your words. Write whatever you want him to say. He will say it out loud. So do that. Also, remember, we're not just a live show sometimes for Facebook and YouTube and Twitter. We're an audio podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify, Pandora, iHeart, Stitcher, Podbean. You can listen to us as well. You know, if you're doing stuff around the house, you want to fold some clothes, you can't be looking at stuff, you can listen to us. And that's how you can do it. And I mentioned the Patreon. I'm serious about that. You want to be on the show, get on that Patreon page, $100. You're on. But if you don't have $100, you got $5. Join our Patreon support page. Go to countryish.com, click on support. There are many levels you can join. The minimum $5 gets you into the Country-ish After Dark show. And that one is going to be the 20th of December. We zoom you into the show, and anything goes, and we have a good time. All right, guys, any interesting, well, no comments, but any corrections or concerns or anything that you want to say at the end of the show?
Yes, since last week's episode got bounced by that entity which will remain nameless, I wanted to once again extend my gratitude for the warm welcome by my special friends, family in Drennan, West Virginia. Thank you so much, Rachel, Terry, Jen, Nate, other Jen, Uncle Ray, Liam, Asher. I love all of you.
I'm sending you a bill.
Okay, and it was very nice meeting all of you. Thank you for everything.
Ball, anything? Any family you want to, you got any... Just start with the phone book. Just go grab the phone book.
I'm going to go through because obviously my list is going to be pretty extensive. No, but on my aspect, though, I did want to...
Aspect! That was the secret word 2 weeks ago. You're not aware of it. You didn't do it on purpose, did you?
No, sure didn't. I told you, though.
He said it 4 times today.
Now that it's coming out, it's coming out like water. But before it was like that self-conscious thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, I wanted to do a shout out to Guitar Wishes and Center Stage.
Okay. Can I have one of those?
Yeah, absolutely.
Will you run that over to me, Elliot, while he talks about it? Hold it up to the camera. Don't kill yourself. There's a monitor right there. Okay. I just want to see this thing. Now you brought this in. This is a guitar for Christmas.
A Guitar for Christmas. It's a newest song for Christmas, and it's produced by Center Stage. The lead on that is Roger Calhoun, but you'll be more familiar with the guy that you've actually interviewed before and had interaction with, been on his movie.
Santa Claus. Oh, Schneider. John Schneider.
Yeah,
yes.
Santa Claus too.
I saw him. He's in here.
But you have John Schneider, obviously for some of you, it's the old Dukes of Hazzard fame, and he's still productive in music. And
he was Superman's dad. If you go back and watch that series, Smallville.
Yep. And then he was accompanied by a guy by the name of Mike Huckabee, former governor of Arkansas.
That's right.
He's also got a.
Have you listened to it yet?
To the song? Yeah, absolutely. But they've also completed a music video.
Okay. What's the name of the song? A Guitar for Christmas?
A Guitar for Christmas.
Is it good? I've not heard it.
It's good. It's got a country twang to it, so it fits right up John's alley.
All right.
And what makes this important for me is it supports Tunnel to Towers and Guitar for Vets.
Now we're talking.
All proceeds.
Should have led with that.
Yeah.
I would have been more engaged.
So, but everything goes in with that. So there's no money coming back to them, and it's near and dear to my heart as far as the project's concerned.
Well, thank you guys for being here. Thank you all at home for watching. That's it for this week. We love the likes. We love the comments. We love the sharing. We love the subscribing. So if you can do all of that, that would be great. And we'll see you back here next week. We will be live again. But till then, I am John Reap saying a bicycle.
Well, life on the farm is kind of laid back, but I wouldn't know that I'm from a cul-de-sac. Don't chew tobacco and I don't smoke crack. Thank God I'm country-ish. Well, it's simple kind of life, every dip and no harm, but I do know a guy with only one arm. Keep your fancy smartphones and your self-parked cars. Thank God I'm country-ish. Well, I got a podcast that'll make you giggle. It ain't number one, it's right in the middle. The town's not big, but it ain't too little. It's time for country-ish. Go on, you.
Hey everybody, it's me again. I just want to say thank you for listening or watching this podcast. You know, we couldn't do this without supporters like you. Oh wait, are you not a supporter? Well, you could be. It's real simple. Go to countryishpodcast.com. Click on the word support. That will take you to our Patreon page. That's our support page. And from there, you can support us many different ways. There's different levels. You got $5 and up. You got Pewter Pro, Rhinestone level, Executive Zirconia, all the way up to Platinum Elite. And all of them come with different rewards. We're talking hats, t-shirts, ginger beard masks, even be a guest on the show. You got to check out our Patreon page. Go to countryishpodcast.com, click on support, and thank you.
Go on.
Oh, wow. You're still here. You must really like me. I was looking at this. Thank you, Ball, for giving this to me. On the back, I don't know if you've noticed, they've got pictures of them as kids.
As kids.
It says Little John, but I don't know. Is he aware that there's already a Little John out there? This could be copyright infringement.
Class action lawsuit.
He might have
action.
to follow up on that.
Okay. And then you've got one over here, Little Mike. I bet that's the last time he was that size. He's a big boy. He's gained some weight. But I'll check it out. I have to go find someone with a CD player, and then I'll get into this. I'll borrow my grandmother's car.